Here we have a 2017 on a 17 registration Temsa MD9 Lux 34 seat executive MIDI coach. So we are up in, as you can see, a very misty Wakefield this afternoon, looking at some vehicles at TJ's Travel. This is quite a straight little coach, to be honest. I don't know, my brain stopped working for a second there. Quite a straight little coach. There's a few little scabby bits, you know, nothing to get untowardly worried about. What it really needs is a decent set of wheels or wheel trims. That'd just change the vehicle's look altogether. But at least that can be sort of remedied for not an extravagant amount of money. Just seems to be little corrosion spots just here on the stretch panel. Not a deal, just little bits. But other than that, it's fairly, you know, it's straight. You know, everything's like battle scars that can, you know, just be sorted out. Nothing that's sort of excessive, to be honest. Don't worry about the back window, that's a vinyl. But under the bonnet, we've got Euro 6 Cummins ISB 6 engine. That's driven through a ZF Ecolife fully automatic gearbox. We've got a reverse camera fitted. And then as we come back down the near side, well, there's a little bit of a mark again on the back corner. I think there's just a little bit of TLC lacking more than anything. You know, but everybody operates the fleets differently. Everybody knows that I've got a big thing about wheels. It's just how I am. But you don't get paid any more money whether you operate a bus with sexy wheels or not. You know, you don't get a complaint off your passengers saying wheels weren't sexy. Sticking point for a lot of operators on this vehicle, don't know why. I'll just point out a bit of dink at the bottom of that door, because this near side power operated rear door kind of was an issue for some people when I was selling these new. They couldn't get their head around why there wasn't a door on the offside, and as I pointed out, these days legally you don't need one, and practically unless you're sending a vehicle onto the continent regularly, why do you need one anyway? Two near side doors is far more usable, in my opinion. We've got a little drinks facility just tucked in there, but we'll talk more about that when we get on board. Decent amount of luggage on these, and the fact that they've got hinge lockers rather than parallel lockers means you have a bit more headspace to work, which on a vehicle of this height and lockers that are this low is crucial if you don't want to get yourself brain damage. I think that's why I keep stopping in the middle of sentences, because I've smacked my head that many times on locker doors or inside lockers. I think it's starting to take an adverse effect, if I'm being honest. Right, let's have a look on board. So 34, let's put a bit of light on the situation, shall we? That's made a lot of difference. So we've got 34 reclining seats. They're fitted with 3-point seat belts, as we can see here. Leather piping and headrest inserts. They've also got sideways movement to the seats. Interior, in fairness, is in good order. There's nothing to worry about seat wise. We've got a rear floor mounted toilet, and then back to this little drinks facility. Basically, when these arrived from Turkey, they didn't have one of these, and the decision was taken that, you know, if we're selling it as an executive coach, it needs a hot drinks facility, and the only place that we could fit one was there. So they're like an aftermarket AD systems fitting. There's trays to the seat backs, one or two, not many, missing. Same with the magazine nets. There's a few of them that's been taken off. Personally, unless you've got a real need for them, furniture to the back of the seats, particularly as a vehicle gets older, is more trouble than it's worth, because it just gives passengers something to maul with and break. I mean, I always revert back to Mark at Yelloway here. When he gets a new vehicle, if you look at all his Cygnuses, when he gets a new vehicle, he specifies it to come with none of that fitted. It's all in boxes, and when the vehicle goes, all the stuff goes in the box, so that the operator, who's the second operator, if he wants it, he can put it on. And for me, that's a pretty good idea. So we're fully air conditioned. We're also wired for DVD with one fixed monitor at the front. I love the dash and the driving position on these vehicles. Everything's just where it needs to be. Everything's to hand. You're not groping around sort of in the dark for anything. Mileage on this one, 350,000, just over. Dash is all in good order. Nothing to sort of worry about there. Lane departure warning and automated emergency braking systems also fitted. There's a fridge in the dashboard, and you know, I don't have to, I say it every time I get on one of these, I love these little things. They're just so nimble and nippy, and you know, customer gets on here, they don't feel like they're in a little coach, do they? It's got big coach feel about it, and to drive, they're a pleasure to drive. I love whipping round in these. They're awesome. Courier seat finishes the job off. So, just recapping, we have a 2017 Honor 17 registration, Temsa MD9 Lux, 34 seat executive midi coach.